You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's showtime. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time.
The Miami Dolphins fall to 1-4 in a terrible loss to the Carolina Panthers. Here to break it all down, as always, is the host of Go Time Dolphins. Tell them what time it is.
That's all you had, like, in a terrible loss. That was the adjective that you came up with to describe how bad the loss was. But I'll give it back to you. But it's a Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm your boy, Charlie Touche. Got my co-host, Kadeem Simmons, with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. Your favorite podcast, and official affiliates of Fanatics, where you could be a fanatic of your favorite franchise. What's the word, Kadeem? We going with what was it? Terrible, horrible. What was the loss? What did you say?
I think I said terrible, but like it's I don't know how else to describe it, because so for anyone who hasn't seen it or is choosing to get their review of the game from Go Time Dolphins, first of all, we appreciate it. Second of all, the Dolphins go up 17-0, midway through the second quarter. Tua is balling, the defense getting turnovers. I think Bradley Chubb had a fumble recovery. Minka Fitzpatrick gets an interception. We're like, this is going to be a very, very, very comfortable day. And then both sides of the ball just stopped playing. Like, defense couldn't get a stop. What's funny is, Charlie, I jinxed it. On the preview, I said that with no Chuba Hubbard, the Panthers are starting Rico Dowdle, and the Dolphins should not, essentially, the Dolphins shouldn't make him a name star. And he rushes for 200 yards, a touchdown, and just
number one fantasy football waiver wire pickup this week, Rico Dowdle.
And he basically single-handedly won a whole bunch of games. I think what summed up the game the most for me is the Dolphins couldn't move the ball for 3 quarters. Find a deep play to Jalen Waddle to go ahead with 4 minutes and 42 seconds left of the game. And the defense couldn't get a stop and just allowed the Panthers to drive down the field, score, even with the starting running back for the day out. It's like they've got the first string running back. It doesn't matter. And yeah, the Dolphins don't have an answer for it. What do you make of the game?
I was prepared to come on this episode today and tell everyone, because I missed the review of the Jets review, the Paper Planes review, and I missed it. But I was ready to say, hey, the Dolphins are 1-0 since the black uniforms, right? And then today I'm like, the Dolphins are 2-0 since the black uniform. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to get a little theme going. You feel me? No. To no avail, Kadeem.
No.
Listen, bro. When we played the Paper Planes, allow me to go back because I missed that episode. When we played the Paper Planes and I seen the way the Dolphins were playing and the way Tua was playing, because as a Tua supporter, I'm like, I think dog is done. In my own head, I'm like, I think he might be done. There's a chance he might be done. However, since I want to be PC, I want to be like, he has a chance to get it turned around. It's only week 4. You know what I'm saying? So I was at the airport, and if you look at my background, if you watch Go Time Dolphins faithfully on YouTube, we rock with you. Please hit that subscribe to everyone who watches and subscribes, all the other good stuff. Hit the like, all the good stuff. I flew down to Miami. I'm in Miami right now. And at the airport, I had on a Tua sweater. Don't have it with me right now. I had on a Tua sweater. and I had on my neck dolphin neck pillow. I brought it on the podcast before, and I get approached by a random, and he says, "Hey man, you a Dolphin fan?" And I with pause turned to look at him, and I know he's seen the face that I turned to look at him with. It was like the look said, "Bro, don't kill me, bro. I'm going through it right now." You know what I'm saying? And before I even said a word, that's what the look said. So I turned and looked at him, and I actually said, "It's hard right now, bro. But yeah, I'm a Dolphin fan, man, but it's hard, right?" And he says, whatever he says. When we talk about football. It was a really, really, really good 4-minute conversation, and I probably would never see dude ever again in my life. It was a really good conversation. And I told him, I told him how I felt about Tua. Like, yo, I'm a Tua fan. Look, I got a sweater, all the good stuff. But in the paper planes game, he looked like Tua. And I'm like, and I told LB, I'm like, bruh, the fact that Tua came out and looked like Tua in the paper planes game, and I'll tie it into this game now, he came out again and looked like Tua, the regular Tua that I support, that everyone knows he could be. You know what it told me, Kadeem?
What's that?
It's not that he's done. He's not prepared. And that means this whole offseason, he did not take the requisite steps to apply to be that killer that we know him to be in the pocket. It's like he's chilling. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, bro. You would have a better excuse if you were finished. If you were done and your body failed you, it's a better excuse. Yo, this life, whatever, it happens. But it tells me that it's a lack of preparation, bro, with what's going on with Tua. Now, this game wasn't necessarily on Tua, so to speak, but it was on everyone. Again, you had one quarter, you came out, you blew him out the water. Oh, yeah, this is going to be pretty comfortable. And then everyone just took turns wetting the bed. And it's like all the deficiencies showed up at some point of the game. The O-line is atrocious. The D-line is invisible. You know what I'm saying? 4 D linemen. Shout out to all the 4 D linemen we drafted in the draft this year. All 4 of you guys. Shout out to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to be our future, right? But we drafted 4 D linemen and gave up over 250 yards rushing this game. Shout out to all the D linemen though, because we supposed to have, that's supposed to be the backbone of the team right now, the trenches. No, it's not a thing. So that's on Greer. So Greer shows up, you know what I'm saying, with no O-line, no D-line. Greer shows up. McDaniel was the only one I allowed. He didn't really show up today, but you know, he didn't show up in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people will be like, oh, look at Tua. But a lot of those times it was look at the O-line, you know what I'm saying, when Tua would get sacked. So again, everyone showed up in a bad way. And it's like, for me, just to see that, to know that Tua still has it as a fan, I'm like, dang, I have to consider maybe he doesn't have it, but he does have it. And this all tells me that it's just, nah, bro, you're just not zeroed in like you need to be. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't this game in particular. It's on the whole season is what I'm talking about. And now we're in week 5 having to determine, well, dang, if y'all would have showed up 5 weeks ago, this conversation could be a little different, Kadeem. We could be 2-3, 1 game out of the playoffs. True story. We could be 2-3, 1 game out of the playoffs. And if you look at the Bills game, we were a Zach Sealer block punt penalty away. You know what I'm saying? And then what was the other game we lost by? Like, that's on us.
The Patriots, where we had the special teams return.
There you go, the special teams, right?
And
we're gonna win. Malik Washington returns a kick return, and then we give a punt return, and then we give up a kick return on the very next play. So it's the same thing. So I don't want to go reach and say we could be 4-1. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, we can be. I think as fans, and I say this all the time, we overreact, bro. I promise you, we overreact, and we think it's worse than what it actually is. Kadeem, let me ask you this: when you're sick or there's an ailment in your body, right? Like, I think humans go to the worst possible like case. Like, yo, what if this is such and such? I can't believe I'm feeling this way. And you go to the doctor and you're like, oh, you'll be good in a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think humans come up with the most craziest, this could be death-defying. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, there are some things where it happens in real life. You get some bad news, but it's like, on average, it's not as bad as what you think it is. So here we are as fans on the outside looking in. Yeah, it's the end of the world because we just waited 5 months for football, and our fantasy football teams aren't performing like we want them to, and our real team is wet in the bed. Like,
speak for yourself. Speak for yourself on that one.
Our real team is wet in the bed as Kadeem looks like he's going to be 4-1. I can't even finish my mouth to say that in fantasy football. So at the end of the day, Kadeem, I say all that to say this. It wasn't as bad as we thought it was. It wasn't. But when you blow a game like this, it actually is as bad as we think it is, because now there's no recourse. So I will say this. I still believe we're not grits. I don't believe we're done. You know what I'm saying? And we have a chance to get it turned around. It's just a slim chance. So I will always go back to, y'all still have what I said y'all had at the beginning of the season. Y'all blow this season, everyone goes. That's it. So I'll sit back and I'll watch. I'll be a spectator, and let's see if y'all blow it, because y'all are officially blowing it. You know what I'm saying? But until it's blown, y'all still got a chance to fix it. So,
I think you're not a social media person. I stay away from social media during the game now. I don't see the point. But I jumped on social media, after, and it's basically everyone just going, time for everyone to go. And it's really interesting because the UK Dolphins group chat was kind of like, once the Panthers went ahead for the final time, obviously the Dolphins don't get back into it, everyone was kind of like, not everyone, people were kind of like, here comes the Tua interception, all this kind of stuff. And after the game, people were blaming Tua, didn't put the team on his back, all that kind of stuff. And just to play devil's advocate, I was like, okay, I think he finished with 256 yards and 3 touchdowns with no run game, because the Dolphins offense put up 19 rushing yards, and I think Tua had about 5 of those. So between Aiton and Gordon, couldn't get a run game going. The defense gives up 200 yards to a backup running back, but we're going to blame Tua. And shout out to 5 Yard Lee, because, he asked, when Tua, had the go-ahead touchdown to Waddle, did anyone have any confidence that he would get the ball back and still be ahead? And like I said, Tua got the ball back and had an opportunity to, win the game, essentially. Had a really bad overthrow to Waddle, could have been picked off. And, it's, again, in true Dolphins fashion, its defense manages to basically give away to get a 3 and out. But then the penalty on Jack Jones, ices the game over. But it's just, I just don't see where the Dolphins go from here, because even, with like a game like, do we have the Browns this season? I think
we do. Got the Browns coming up.
Yeah,
the next game actually.
Let me double
2
check.
games from now. Right, next week is the Chargers, and the week after that is the Browns. In Cleveland.
If you're looking at even that game, we're going to probably assume that the Chargers beat the Dolphins. Cool, fair enough. But playing Cleveland, that team relies on its defense, and you look at that defensive line against our offensive line. Okay, you might have friend of the podcast Austin Jackson and James Daniels back. Doesn't mean much, because it's 1-4. The season's basically done in October. It's October 5th as we record this. You're kind of just now looking at this season going, or for me anyway, and I'm sure for a few others, who is going to try and play for staying around next year, even if they make it to to the trade deadline. I don't know, just didn't see this coming. And the Panthers was a get right game, and
we got right for a quarter, and we had like a 17-point lead or something like that.
The funny thing is, as in the first quarter, it's only 3-0. But so it's like so it's like a 3-0. But
that's the middle of the second quarter. That's when we started working. Oh yeah, and then they did come back and put up points before the half, and then got the ball back at the half.
So they put up 10. So end of half it's 17-10. And then even in the third quarter they put up 3. So it's 17-16 heading into 17-16. My maths don't no, so 17-13 heading into the fourth quarter. And essentially, the Dolphins defense just, even though it wasn't really holding on, just it was one drive too many, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it's shared responsibility. Offense didn't score for 2-3 quarters. Defense couldn't stop anybody for 2-3 quarters. It's like, oh, okay, so the game's over. We only play 1/2 football or something like that. Well, it's like 1.5 quarters of football. Yeah, man. I have to say this before I forget, because I've been wanting to say this for 5 weeks now. 3 weeks now. Jalen Waddle's holding on to the ball, bro. Jalen Waddle is catching passes. He had a pass that hit his hands and it got broken up today. That's the only drop. It's not even a drop. He don't have any drops this season. Jalen Waddle is holding on to the ball. Darren Waller is becoming what Jonnu Smith was last season, which I thought would happen now that Tyreek is gone. And I don't understand how Waller can have such an impact in the first quarter or first half and then not even get a target in the second half. I don't understand it. So I guess that is a way Mike McDaniel could show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, showed up in a bad way. Like, I don't understand how that happens, bro. Like, listen, it's a slim chance, but y'all boys have how many? 11 more games to save y'all jobs. And look at them. It's a season where Baltimore is like 1-4. The Chiefs were like 2-3 or something like that because they beat a 1-3 team. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a year where it was open for you. It was hand gifted to you. Like, yo, y'all boys could be relevant this year when no one thought you would be. It's been handed to you. So you still have a chance to all right, let's go play for a wild card. But playoffs, I'm just trying to win a game. Did you know that's how the quote really went, Kadeem? Hold on. Did you know that the playoffs? Yeah. Did you know the end of that quote? He says, I'm just trying to win a game. And right now, I'm just trying to win a game, bro. Just win a game. That's it.
What's funny is, so Waller finishes the game with 5 receptions and 78 yards for 1 touchdown. And literally nothing. Like, after the touchdown, nothing at all. Achane has 6 receptions for 30 yards, but now Achane's getting drops. It's like Waddle has Achane's hands, because the first 2 seasons, Achane didn't drop a single thing.
We can't do that. We can't do that. It's not like Achane's been dropping passes the whole season, because the dog did come up with this acrobatic catch in the end zone. We can't just attribute his hands, like Waddle hands, to him, bro. Like, it's not like he's wet in the bed with the drops. Waddle was wet in the bed with the drops, bro.
There's a screen to Achane today.
Yeah, but that was only.
But the thing is, it's again, he's gone for. And again, I'm not trying to get on Achane at all. I'm just saying he's gone from before this season having 0 drops. If you throw the ball to Achane, you're solid. There's been 1 or 2 drops this season, which I'm saying, like, it's
1 or 2. We played 5 games. Like, I think he's allowed to have a drop. And that was an egregious drop for sure.
Oh yeah,
the dog is allowed to have a drop when he doesn't have drops. He's allowed.
What's funny as well, I was saying that it's because there's no Tyreek Hill, we'll just throw end zone fade to the next small guy. It's like, yo, it's like Darren Waller exists. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine exists. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, not a single reception. Malik Washington, 4 receptions. Guess how many yards?
0. Yeah.
4 receptions, 0 yards. Jalen Wright, a healthy scratch. Shout out to the Mad Greek. Came up with a nickname for the Washingtons. Called them the Dread Presidents. And I love it.
Washington Dread Presidents?
Taj and Malik. The Dread Presidents.
Oh, hold up. Washington Malik ain't got dreads though. They don't have dreads.
I know, but it's still a dope name. I quite like it. Also, Alec Ingold had a drop as well. It's the Dolphins killed themselves.
I want to say this because I'm gonna forget this too. and I wasn't on a paper plane review. You know, the only silver lining to Tyreek not playing, the only silver lining in all of this with Tyreek being out. Every time we won, everyone would give the credit. Oh, they got Tyreek. And every time we lose, it'll always be Tua. So now Tua has a chance to and not just put the team on his back. Yo, you don't got Tyreek no more. No one can say it's Tyreek. Tua has a chance where I want to say he had a chance because the season's not over, so I have to say he has a chance. Tua has a chance, bro, to bring this team back from the dead, Lazarus style, and be like, oh, Tua is actually still a dude because he's done it without Tyreek. You feel me? He has that chance to do it. And now you could have went 2-0 since the Black Unis, but no, we're back to we suck again. We're still not it. And if I'm being honest with you, if I was betting man, and I am, we're not going to get it turned around. We're not going to get it figured out. We're going to be picking in the top 7 in the NFL draft. If I had to use my logic. But I have to be honest with you, I don't see us playing like this every single. Well, I do kind of see us playing like this every single game. That's the bad part. Like, it's there. That's why I said it's not a coaching problem. It's not like I want to say it's not a coaching problem. It's not the team's not built right problem. It's like, why are you guys not performing? I don't understand that. So it could be a coaching problem because obviously it's there. We see it's there. Like, why can't you just sustain this type of play? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you sustain this type of play for 4 quarters? So it is what it is. I'm not even mad anymore. I'm not tripping. Last week, I was playing against A-Chan in fantasy football, and I couldn't even root against him, dog. I was like, damn, that's my dog. I can't even root against him. Lost by 8 yards. Oh, no, I lost by 8 points. The previous week, I lost by 9 yards. This week, I'm winning, but it's going to be another single-digit game. Like, whoever loses is going to lose by like less than 10 points. And here I am playing against Waddle, and I'm like, yo, anybody but Waddle this drive. And then that's when they bombing up the Waddle. And I couldn't even be mad at it. But I am mad at it because you didn't win the game, bro. Like, yo, y'all could at least won the game for me instead of losing in real life and then now making my fantasy football team lose, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm good. I'm home. Go ahead, Kadeem.
Let's say you're going to get into overtime.
Y'all know what time it is. Stay positive. Test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's showtime. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time.
So, question for you, which, you know, after another loss, there's not, there's no positives. I'm gonna say there's not many. There's no positives. But I do want to ask you about Mike McDaniel's play calling, because we had a discussion after the Bills game where it was kind of like, you know, one game getting things on time, like, but I think that's what 3 games now where you can see a genuine shift in terms of like getting plays on time, all that kind of stuff. I literally just saw someone on social media say, free Mike McDaniel, don't want him handcuffs to Chris Greer. And I do feel like there's a movement among not many, but some Dolphin fans, which are kind of like, McDaniel is doing his part. He deserves, you know, to stay and get a new GM. But I wanted to ask you, like, genuinely, is he on his way to proving he can stay as head coach, or is it a case of, unfortunately, you're part of this franchise and this franchise isn't good, so you have to go?
Bro, I asked you this question on a podcast, and you told me you didn't want to answer it because you had something else coming up for us, like an episode or something. Like, I asked you the same question.
We had a whole back and forth after the Bills game about this, and you were saying, you know, it can't be one game; it has to continue.
No, not about this. I asked you, would you be okay with McDaniel staying and everyone else leaving? Like McDaniel gets his own quarterback, he gets to pick his own quarterback, and there's no Greer. I asked you about that.
I genuinely do not remember. So
all right. So I'll answer this question for now. No, I don't think he got it fixed. Like I don't think he's like, oh, okay, McDaniel's not accountable anymore. I think he still contributes to the foolery. I think, and then it's a couple games is a trend. So we're trending in the right direction with McDaniel, but we still got 11 games left. I think 12 games left. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole season. Like, yo, I'm here the same way we have to assess what we have as a team. I'm here to assess what we have as a GM, what we have as a quarterback, what we have as a coach and a play caller. Everyone's still under the microscope. So that's a big resume to make. A whole season, 12 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, we still got 12 games to figure out who's who, what's what. And McDaniel's better than what he has been in the previous 3-4 years, but it's only been it's too small of a sample size of McDaniel doing the right thing with the play calls. And to be fair, the fact that you can't get the ball back to Waller doesn't bode well for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we lost the game still. If you won the game, then you're let off the hook, but you're not off the hook because you still lost the game. So you still got to win games if you're McDaniel.
Yeah, it's interesting. Tua said that Carolina started stacking the middle and getting depth with its linebackers to eliminate the middle of the field, which is why they had to check it down. It's like, okay, but you can also like check it down ahead of the line of scrimmage. Like, again, give your receivers a chance. Like, but listen, it's not fun being 1-4. But
hey, uncomfortable Tua's back though. And uncomfortable Tua plays way better than comfortable Tua. You know what I'm saying? This is a fact. It's a fact. Uncomfortable Tua is back. And we getting the Tua that we know because he's uncomfortable. Like, dang, boy, got that check, $52 million a year, bought a new house in Miami. Probably think you're going to be here for a while. Nah, bro. You're boy, you getting your seat is cooking. And now he has to be like, damn, I'm uncomfortable again. So now I got to dial back in. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I just feel like our team and our quarterback was not dialed in this offseason and at the beginning of the season and thought everything was too sweet. Everyone was too comfortable. And it's a reality check. And unfortunately for them, because it's unfortunate for us, heads got to roll. But y'all still got 12 games to get it right.
We need to. There's one episode we definitely need to do because Tom Valentine is blowing up my phone. He wants to do a 2 episode.
Tom Valentine's back.
He genuinely he sent his quarterback rankings early. Like he's been waiting to come on the show. So yeah, we need to. That's one episode we definitely need to do. But listen, 1-4, it's not looking pretty. But can't say the same about my fantasy team. So, just saying.
Kadeem Simmons. Let's pull up what Kadeem Simmons' team, the Miami Micas. Let's pull up what they're doing this week before we
I've won. Like I've 100. Like I'm not losing. I've 100% won.
So Kadeem's beat SmackDown fans extra. Probably put up the highest point total of the week. That's going to take him to 4-1 and put him on a 3-game winning streak. And as I was going through the games today, I'm like, dang, this is how Kadeem becomes a fantasy football player. When a team is winning,
it's not.
And yes, it is. It is Kadeem.
No, it's not. I'll tell you why.
You're getting a taste of it, and it's going to be like, oh, look what's going on here.
Nope, because McMillan started getting some receptions. I was like, nope, stop this. No, don't put McMillan. Don't do this. Nah.
Bro, you're going to get a taste of victory. It's going to feel good, and you're going to be like, I'm locked into fantasy now.
Nope, because genuinely, like Thursday night, do you know what's going through my head?
What's that?
It's a message you sent me years ago. Yo, you got to set your fantasy team. That's what's going through my head. Like, that's the only thing making me do it. I have no interest in fantasy.
So you telling me you're gonna go on an 8-game winning streak, and then you're not gonna want to set your fantasy roster?
Okay, it's
Let me, Kadeem, when you set your fantasy roster today or yesterday or like this week coming up, when you go to set your fantasy roster as a 4-1 team, there's nothing inside of you that's a little excited about it.
the only thing I changed this week was I put in Daniels and took out Darnold. Apart from that,
is there anything about it that is exciting to you when you go to set your roster? When you go to look at your roster?
no, like genuinely, not at all.
We'll revisit this, and we'll probably have to have a flashback of this moment right here.
Listen, when I win the league, I'm just gonna be like, nah, not for me.
I'll say when I win the league. All right.
But listen, yeah, we got some good episodes coming this week. We should have the fantasy football breakout. Charlie might win a game, so fun times. But listen, until the next time, we shall see you soon. Peace.
Oopsie.